In March 2023, a project called AutoGPT hit GitHub. 50,000 stars in a week. The pitch was one sentence. GPT-4 that runs itself, sets its own goals, uses tools, plans, and executes. It barely worked. It burned money in loops. It couldn't finish real tasks, and it still ate the internet's attention for a solid month. Because for the first time, the idea of an AI agent, not a chatbot, not an assistant, an agent, felt like it was actually one bug fix away. 3 years later, we have Claude Code, Cursor, Devin, Operator, Deep Research, and about 400 startups all claiming to build agents. So this is the question we're gonna spend 30 videos answering. What is an AI agent? Not the marketing definition, the technical one. Welcome to the course. I'm Ani. Some of you know me from the last course. Computational Linguistics, 100 videos on how computers learn to read. That course ended with a puzzle. Do large language models actually understand what they're saying, or are they very good stochastic parrots? We landed on they behave as if they understand, and behavior is often what we actually care about. Fine, but behavior isn't the same thing as acting in the world. An agent isn't just a smart reader. An agent takes actions. It writes files, calls APIs, runs code, moves money. It has consequences in the real world, and that shifts every question. It's not just, is the answer right anymore? It's, was the action right? Was it safe? Was it reversible? Did it cost too much? Did it hallucinate a tool it doesn't have? That's the shift. Reading is bounded. Acting is not. Today's 3 beats. First, the honest one-sentence definition of an AI agent, which is a lot narrower than the marketing. Second, the agent loop. 5 things every real agent does, no matter which company built it. Third, the full 30-video roadmap. What each of the 5 lectures does, and why we ordered them this way. Beat 1. The definition. Russell and Norvig, the AI textbook, said it back in the 1990s. An agent is anything that perceives its environment and takes actions in it, guided by some goal. That's it. That definition covers a thermostat. It covers a chessbot. It covers a Roomba. So the interesting question isn't, is this an agent? Every system I just listed is technically an agent. The interesting question is, what changed in 2023 that made people care? What changed? Every agent before 2023 was programmed. The thermostat has hard-coded rules. The chessbot has an evaluation function humans wrote. The Roomba has a state machine somebody debugged. But the 2023 onward agent? Claude Code, Devin, Operator? Its behavior is emergent from a large language model. Nobody programmed the response. The modal decided. That's the difference. Modern AI agents are LLMs, given the ability to act. So the honest 2026 definition. An AI agent is a system where a language model chooses actions in a loop, uses tools to affect the world, and is measured on whether it accomplished a task, not just whether its answer sounded good. Say it back. Language model, loop, tools, measured on the task. That is what separates an agent from a chatbot. Everything else is a variant on those 4 things. Beat 2. What the loop actually looks like. Every agent from Claude Code to Operator to Deep Research runs the same 5-station loop. Perceive. The model reads the current state. Maybe your prompt, maybe a screenshot, maybe a file. Reason. The model thinks about what to do next in natural language. Plan. Sometimes explicitly, sometimes rolled into reason. Act. The model calls a tool, runs code, edits a file, clicks a button, sends a request. Observe. The tool returns something. And then back to perceive. Loop. Until the task is done, or until the guardrail kills it. Concrete example. You ask Claude Code, quote, add a dark mode toggle to my settings page, unquote. Perceive. Claude reads your repo. Reason. I need to find the settings component, find the theme config, add a state toggle, wire it into the CSS plan. First grep for settings, then read those files, then edit, then run the tests. Act. It calls the grep tool. Observe. It gets a list of files, then it loops. Perceive the file. Reason. Edit. Observe if the edit worked. Repeat. Maybe 40 times. until the pull request is ready. Now the honest caveat. Sometimes the model reasons wrong. Sometimes it plans a step it can't execute. Sometimes it calls a tool that doesn't exist and hallucinates the result. Sometimes it loops forever. Sometimes it does the wrong thing confidently. Real agents fail a lot. And the entire field of what we're going to cover, memory, evals, guardrails, self-critique, exists because of that fact. If the loop worked perfectly every time, this course would be one video. Beat 3. The 30-video roadmap. 5 lectures, 6 videos each. Lecture 1, right here, Foundations. What is an agent? Why LLMs became one. The loop, tools, memory. 6 videos to give you a solid mental model. Lecture 2, the protocol layer, MCP, Anthropic skills, the SDK landscape, the plumbing that consolidated in 2025. Lecture 3, advanced patterns. Multi-agent, long horizon planning, self-improvement, cost, safety. The moves that separate a demo from a production agent. Lecture 4. Real applications. Claude Code versus Cursor. Deep research. Computer use. Enterprise agents. What actually ships? What actually makes money in 2026? Lecture 5. Frontiers. Evaluation. Alignment. Interpretability, multimodal, and the resolution of a puzzle I'm going to plant right here in video 1 and pick up every video for 30 videos. The puzzle. When an agent solves a hard task, writes the code, closes the ticket, ships the PR, is it actually reasoning through the problem, or is it very sophisticated improv? Video 29, we answer that. Everything else is scaffolding for that answer. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. An AI agent is a language model that chooses actions in a loop, uses tools, and is measured on whether it accomplished a task. 4 words: language model, loop, tools, task measured. If any of those 4 is missing, you have a chatbot, not an agent. 2. Every real agent runs the same 5-station loop: perceive, reason, plan, act, observe. If you understand the loop, you understand Claude Code, Devin, Operator, and every future agent that hasn't shipped yet. 3. Agents fail. A lot. Everything else in this course exists because of that fact. Memory, tools, evals, guardrails, alignment, all of it is answering one question: how do you make the loop not break? Quiz 1. Which of these is the honest 2026 definition of an AI agent? A. Any chatbot you can talk to. B. A language model that chooses actions in a loop, uses tools, and is measured on whether it accomplished a task. C. An AI smarter than a human. Or D. A robot with cameras. B. Language model, loop, tools, measured on the task. 4 ingredients. Drop any of them and you have something else. ChatGPT the chatbot is not an agent. Claude Code the coding assistant is. That's the whole distinction. Quiz 2. What are the 5 stations of the agent loop? A. Input, process, output, store, repeat. B. Perceive, reason, plan, act, observe. C. Read, write, execute, compile, test. Or D. Prompt, answer, verify, refine, submit. B. Perceive, reason, plan, act, observe. Every agent runs this. Claude Code runs it 40 times per pull request. Operator runs it every mouse click. Deep Research runs it thousands of times. Memorize those 5 words. They're the spine of the whole course. Quiz 3. What's the difference between a pre-2023 agent like a thermostat or chessbot and a 2026 AI agent? A pre-2023 agents were slower. B. Pre-2023 agents had human-programmed behavior. Modern AI agents get their behavior from an LLM. C. Pre-2023 agents didn't use electricity. Or D. No real difference. B. That's the shift that made the whole field explode in 2023. Before, humans wrote the rules. Now the model chose. AutoGPT was the first taste. Claude Code is the mature version. Everything we cover for the next 29 videos assumes that shift. Back to the puzzle. Every video for the next 29, I'll ask the same question in a new way. Is the agent reasoning or improvising well? Today's answer, we don't know yet. What we do know is the shape of the loop. Next video, we look at Deutsch LLMs. Specifically, not any other kind of AI, became the substrate every modern agent runs on. Next time, why LLMs became the agent substrate. Not decision trees, not reinforcement learning, not classical planning, LLMs. And we'll compare what Claude 5, GPT-5, and Gemini 3 actually do differently. Hit subscribe.